So great to meet you. I'm a huge fan of the show. My husband actually put me on to season one when I was like watching it, and I was like, this show is intense, and I didn't expect to see all of that craziness on screen.
Only gotten crazier too.
Exactly. So my question is, when you first went into it and you kind of like saw everything that was going on, was there ever a moment where you were like, wait, that's kind of too crazy for me to do? And what was just the entire experience like?
Oh my goodness. Season one, getting my toe sucked almost made me walk off the set. That was kind of. I feel like that wasn't even in the script until I had mentioned how much I dislike feet and people touching my own, and then I just saw that and I was like, "Oh my goodness." Don't tell me that this is going to be one of those where they want to put you in a squeamish, uncomfortable position, like time after time. I was like, I'm not going to open my mouth about nothing else because I feel like it's going to make the experience that much crazier. But honestly, I don't think anything has happened to A Train that I felt, too uncomfortable with. There was always just some moments of like, I can't believe this is my job, and then you kind of just go and do it, and everybody takes it so seriously, and they really do care about the show so much that you're like, you know what, whatever. Like this once in a lifetime opportunity. Of course, I'll kill this person. Let's do it.
And I think that's what makes it so good. So the show's constantly like blurring lines. Has there been anything that surprised you about A Train while you've been playing the character that may have also helped you learn something about yourself?
Interesting. Um, Honestly, I think I understood him from the very beginning. Um, I've understood how he got into this position. I learned a lot I asked a lot of questions about his past and his family and his relationship with his brother. And it all sort of made sense. It's a story that we hear time and time again. As somebody from, very unfortunate circumstances makes it out with a athletic ability, and he just wants to do right by his family, and at the very, very least not go back to the circumstances that they were in, and he's almost willing to die for that. And everything else is just on that scale, on that spectrum. So it just seems like, to everyone who's watching, it seems like, oh, this is insane. I can't believe, like, why would he do that? But this is the tool that he's been given to save his family from what he feels like is like ultimate demise. It's poverty, and it just so happens that quid pro quo is you do what they say or they'll kill you. So it's like death or whatever else he's being asked to do, and it just sort of made sense. And then as a reflective mirror, just sort of getting to know his character, I started to understand a lot more about sacrifice, and putting yourself in a position where it's almost unbearable, but you sort of fight through it for the ultimate goal, and I just understood that on a very exaggerated scale playing A Train, but it makes sense in, even my own personal life.
And I think that what makes him so relatable and everybody likes him throughout the seasons. No, I have to ask this. If you could cross A Train over into any show or movie, what would it be?
Ooh, ooh. Let's see, where would he have the most fun? He'd have the fun. I mean, he'd have a lot of fun somewhere in the universe where the Flash exists, because I feel like they'd have a friendly competitiveness that would kick in there. But I think I would just want to see him. I'd want to see him. Maybe. I mean, it's hard not to think more superhero genre projects, but I want to think of something else. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. It's tough because he's super able. So if I put him in a world that doesn't have superheroes, it's just going to be out of control. He's already almost there anyway. So maybe let's see him in the Avengers world and see what happens there.
I don't know if it's because I'm in New York right now, but I was gonna say if he popped up in Law and Order SVU,
Oh my gosh. What would he even do? He'd be on trial?
he would like be on the other side and try and help, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely catch the bad guy, that's for sure.
No, I have to ask, Batman or Superman?
As, my own personal preference. I think Batman. Batman's cooler, you know? Batman is cooler. And he's also more real and relatable. Like he's a person and he has to battle with the same things that like we all do, but like Superman is just inherently good and just always knows, you know, to do the right thing. It's like he was born to be a hero. I think that story is boring in comparison.
The Batman. I
Yeah.
agree. Final question. So I was doing some research, and could we ever get at The Boys a YouTube channel or a podcast?
Maybe a podcast. The boys podcast would be great. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the one to talk to about it, but I would definitely get behind it if that's something that they wanted to do. I think that would also be really interesting to listen to and to follow.
Podcast, all the soups coming together.
Yeah, that would be that would be wild. I would actually love that.
Thank you so much again.